Let the Dungeons and the Dragons begin. It's D&D.
So last time on D&D, our amazing adventurers decided they wanted to pick a fight with some nobles who were buying up all the rooms in a tavern.
I'm about to say they picked a fight with us.
I mean, they were talking a lot of stuff. But you guys decided that you had enough. Tom went into a rage and just had a giant bolt of light come out of his chest and strike one of them, starting off the fight. To which they responded by dropping their demeanor and their nice robes and showing that they had dark leathers and that these were actually trained assassins. The fight ensued for a little bit, and after...
We didn't lose horribly.
After 2 people were knocked out, the...
I almost died.
Yeah.
Yes, we had a very close call. And there was a smart movement previous to the assassin's turn which forced him away and did not allow his partner to get the sneak attack, which would have outright killed our Dragonborn.
Thank you, Thunder's Smite.
And you guys successfully were able to retreat and make it back to the back to the caravan. From there, you moved on and started helping out with one of the cult wagons that had turned over, and you saw that they had a whole bunch of treasures that they were hiding. After that, you guys decided that these birds that were trying to come in for a quick snack were going to become your lunch. And through a strange twist of magic, the barbarian started teleporting, grabbed one of the birds out of the air, and plummeted to the ground with it. Other party members, and getting javelins and fire thrown up its butt. It eventually tried to run away, and a long-range shot ended up plucking it from the sky. And you guys feasted on the one chicken that had been choked out by the barbarian.
Delicious. Best choked chicken I've ever had.
From there, you guys moved and saw that there was a noble who had recently joined your caravan who was mistreating his horses. Nico stepped in and had some quick words with an intimidation check toward the noble and his retinue. And you guys decided that, well, you were going to help make sure that the saddles were correct and that he wasn't going to be able to have his whip, and that was going to be the compromise. And so the horses were taken care of, and you guys didn't have to worry too much about it from that point forward. Following that, you guys, after traveling for about a day or so, saw that there was a whole herd of these deer and stags, but there was this one beautiful golden stag amongst them. A hunting party was quickly assembled and tried to chase after it. Most of those that were joined got lost, but through some good survival checks, you guys managed to track it down to a ruin, in which you found out that it was actually a fey creature who wanted to be spared, and you guys decided to spare them with our big elf over here trying to take a defensive posture in front of it to make sure nobody could hurt it, and was granted a boon inside of a chest hidden behind a wall. As the barbarian decided he was going to open it up, he thought of fairies and found a ring. From there, you guys traveled, and there were some arachnid-style creatures that started to chase your caravan from the wood. Due to the firm words and the lack of violence that had been done with the noble previously, his mage helped you out by casting a 5th level fireball and toasting some of the smaller ones and dissuading the larger ones, and you guys were able to successfully escape with none of the caravan being harmed. And that is where we are going to pick up. About a fortnight from when you guys were being chased by the arachnid creatures. If anybody's keeping track, you are now on day 39 of your travels.
We stopped keeping track because we didn't have the eggs anymore. Just being honest, though. I don't even know what day of the week it is at this point.
Tom moves fast. Faster than normal.
You run into another group of adventurers who join the caravan, and they are staying at the same roadside inn that you guys are for this last night. Judging by their boasting, they have bested some of the most ferocious monsters and foes Faerun has to offer. They look preposterous, they're filled with exciting tales, and they strike up a bond with a merchant who employs a few of them. You guys, after hearing these, adventures bolster and, talk about how great they are, Hoard, who had previously hired you guys on, comes to you guys the next morning and says that he will no longer need your services because he's hired a more experienced group of adventurers.
Okay.
Let's duel those adventurers and see who's really more experienced. Because...
I would like to know why he believes they're more experienced than what we've already done to take care of the caravan to this point.
Well, and he responds with, have you heard their stories? They've fought basilisks and they've fought the dragons and wyverns. They, have come back unscathed. Their stories speak of all of these glorious deeds that they've done.
Story.
Well, and King Gold will often tell whatever stories he needs to get it. You've actually seen with your own eyes what we can do. What have you seen them do?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you guys can talk to them, and if they are lying, I don't want to lose out of my coin. So if you can tell that these guys are not what they say they are, then of course I won't hire them.
Okay, I'll go have a chat with them.
I'm gonna tail behind him because I want to
to.
keep my position.
Because I want to talk to them too.
Yeah, Tom's looking a little angry.
We have a reason we're sticking with this caravan, goddammit. Nobody's gonna get in our way.
I'm getting kicked off halfway, never went through.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen.
Alright.
Yeah. So I go walking over and I ask, alright, who's the leader of this troop?
Who's the leader of our group?
So as you walk up, this young human lad, probably only like 19, who has this ridiculously shiny armor that looks a little too light to be full plate armor, is... yes, I am. How can I help you?
He's never been in actual combat.
So you've not actually seen combat, have you, son?
Well, of course we have. Have you not heard our stories? We're the best in the land.
That's exactly what I've heard. Stories. What have you actually accomplished? What trophies have you actually taken from those kills, from those battles, from those victories? And why is your armor still so shiny if you fought these hard victories?
Well, after you've slain a couple dragons and sold off their carcasses, you could pay for a new suit of armor every day.
Oh, really? You've slain dragons? I'm
They
gonna look at him really, really closely. And I'm gonna try to intimidate him.
Yeah, Tom's going to assist with the intimidation.
I'm remembering that meme with the lion cub and the lion with the whole barbarian assists the wizard and intimidation.
And let's intimidate. No. I'm willing to use persuasion and tell them to just go away and make their bones so paralyzed.
What's my intimidation? Oh, my intimidation's actually +5. And then I
How are
guess
you intimidating them?
glaring with my really scary looking eyes.
Tom's going to assist as
Look
well.
at the-
Oh my god! What the? That's
You guys were twitching like so hard because of the freaking connection issues.
No, it's on my side. I think it's because of the recording. So as long as I keep the mouse over there, it works. But if I move the mouse off of Discord and over to something else, you guys start going like.
You were doing that for a second. You were too, yeah. It was on your end when you were telling us what they do.
Yeah, looks awesome. So 15.
you roll with advantage because I'm assisting.
Yeah,
you.
I rolled a 2 on my other one, and a 10 on the.
He just looks at you and goes, "That's cute, sweetheart, but
Now-
we got this."
Tom's going to try and intimidate him now.
Okay, well, since you guys have already tried to intimidate, you have disadvantage since you're trying to do the same thing over again.
Oh, I'm assisting with his intimidation this time.
Oh, he's
Oh,
assistant.
well,
it would
I've-
still be disadvantage because you're doing the same thing again.
Well, that
No.
failed. Wow, I managed to roll lower than a 5.
What did you get?
So total 7.
Like, you look like you need to read more books, big guy.
Tom, at the mention of books, gets pissed. Tom dislikes books.
Oh, you know what they say about these broody types. And he says back to his compatriots, the other 4 people behind him. One of them is wearing like beautiful blue robes and has like a ridiculously like Harry Potter wizard's hat, and he's got like a stick that looks like somebody has like carved on it. And the other guy looks like he has a bow, but it's only a short bow. And he's got like this ridiculous quiver that isn't like situated on him right, so the arrows are just sort of like hanging off to the side, like not how they're supposed
I'll
to.
tell you what, son. See, you for some reason with your stories have persuaded our patrons to hire you instead of us to protect this caravan like we've been doing for the past 30-some days. So I'll tell you what. You can either go back and tell them that your stories are lies and apologize, or you and I can duel right now, and if you lose, you do it anyway.
I mean, I shouldn't waste my time dueling somebody as inexperienced as yourself. That would be not becoming of me.
Tom is going to growl and then just
Some
like.
of you'd like to be easy to vet, and you'd be able to move on.
Yes, but I have a reputation to maintain as a good
Go ahead
person.
and use prestidigitation and soil is behind.
So it makes. So,
Oh.
He put poop on his robes.
so everyone watches you cast a spell, and then suddenly he shit himself.
Like, what kind of dirty trick is this? Like he just.
Oh, great.
Well, if you're so amazing, you can.
I'm sorry. What?
If you're so amazing, you can go find some other caravan. This one is not somewhere you want to involve yourselves in.
Roll a
And you will.
persuasion check.
Okay, this die.
I'm still waiting for his answer for my challenge to a duel.
Yeah, I'm
I want to look
Tom.
back. I want to look back at the merchant and say, these are the guys.
Oh Jesus.
that you want to
21.
hire to spoil themselves. In fact, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
In
It's
fact,
like,
I'm gonna push
well-
it even further. I'm gonna smack him in the face and say, "Fight me."
Hold on, before you do that, He looks at Hoard and goes, well, why shouldn't we go?
Because you really will die if you go. And it's a guarantee you will. We just lost a guy the other day that looked at one of our caravan people wrong. Yeah, he was poisoned. Ask the Dragonborn here that's about to whoop your ass, by the way, about what that poisoning looked like.
He looks from you and then looks back to Nico and then back to you like, a moment, please. And then he turns around and you can see the wet stain in his pants as he turns around to talk to his buddies.
Tom's going to try and listen in on their conversation.
Okay, roll a perception check. And then you just see him lean over, like football huddle with his buddies.
God damn it. Perception. 3.
That fancy armor and arrows are just clinking around and you can't hear anything. But a few moments pass, and then he turns around and is like, well, I understand that you guys are in such a plight that you must need this coin, so we will take the highway and allow you to maintain your positions, and we
Murdoch! Shut up!
The next caravan.
Murdoch! Hey!
Yo.
Enough!
That's a good choice.
Yes. Smart.
Tom's
That's
going.
intelligent.
Tom
Okay.
wants to fight them now. Tom wants to fight.
Mr. High Elf Man, we will not be joining you. We have decided that you are not worthy enough of our services. Thank you. Have a good day. And then they turn around and like start walking away.
Tom gets pissed about them saying that they aren't worthy enough. Because that was Tom's friends. And he got... Tom's going into a rage. Tom
I'm
is...
trying to keep you calm. They're just being tools.
Okay, so in this
Okay.
instance...
Let's get you some ale, big guy.
Okay. Nico, roll persuasion, and... Tom, I need you to roll... we'll say just a straight strength check with advantage because you're raging. So your persuasion needs to be higher than his roll in order to make it so he doesn't go into a rage. Like you convince him.
16. Why the crap are my
What was
dice?
your persuasion?
15.
I win by 1. Well, Tom now goes into a rage.
So now some weird fairy shit's gonna happen
Okay, so
again.
I need you to roll a d8, Tom.
God, I swear. 3.
So, a little pixie appears within 5 feet of one creature of your choice. So I'm guessing Shiny Man?
Yes, shiny man.
Okay, so appears right behind Shiny Man. And as you guys like see him just rage and this flux of magic comes off of him, this little pixie appears and you're like, wait a minute, we've seen this before. And then boom!
There goes that guy.
Before he did that.
Alright.
So I'm gonna stand there. You're moving fast enough.
So you have the bang go off and it like pushes him forward and he stumbles and like falls on the ground and he gets mud all over him. And then like you're still like Nico's still trying to hold back Tom, but his rage is still going, and then another pixie appears right next to him on the ground and then blows off again, and he jumps out of the way this time and he starts just running. Just him and his 4 buddies just start running away. Vora and Bubba, I need you both to roll a perception check.
Did he actually?
Oh, no! You're going into dice jail so
He
hard.
actually shits himself.
Yeah, I got a toad.
15.
Somebody's
So,
perception.
Bubba, you notice that that stain that you had put in his pants is a little bit darker and a little bit saggier now as he's running away.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be flying the caravans to get a job anytime soon. Alright, so we go back to our patient and explain what happened.
Especially the situation about the pants.
Let's say our fee just went up 10%.
So, you're saying they were cowards? Oh, that just won't do.
And they've never actually been in a fight.
And weaklings. And their equipment
I
is whack.
offered dual for the position and he wouldn't fight me.
They must have not been what they said. Thank you all for making sure that I'm not losing out. Here, and then he hands each of you 20 gold as a little bonus. As a thing.
Sorry, I tried to give your position away.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. This guy's got a great judge of character.
And you guys proceed on with your day. You guys keep going with the caravan, no big deals there. And about another 5 days after that, you guys notice that that same nobleman that was beating his horses apparently got word about the oils that Lai is carrying and is just completely enamored with them and wants to buy them off of him. But it doesn't seem like the negotiations are going well.
Doesn't seem like what now?
That the negotiations are going well. It looks like this nobleman and Lai, the one who's in charge of the oils wagon, is like, he seems to be upset about something, and then the nobleman seems to be upset about something, because there's still like 2 wagons ahead of you, but you can see this sort of discussion going on as they're going by.
Want to walk up? Hey, what? Anything wrong? Can I help?
I'm gonna go over there and observe.
Yeah, I'm gonna
because I
walk
don't
over there with
particularly
Nico. I'm gonna walk over there with Nico.
like the nobleman. But his fireball wielding friend is, not bad.
I like him.
Is it?
The beige. Yeah, his name.
Oh yes.
He's a big fan.
This man, he wants to buy my stuff, but he's only trying to pay 1/10 the price. I can't live off of that. That's the reason I'm doing these travels, is so I can make money. I can't do this. And then that's when the nobleman speaks up and he's like, "What are you talking about? You're just overcharging. This is preposterous. How could you ever want something so much for just a small thing of oil? This is ridiculous. This is supposed to be a gift from my wife. Can't you understand?"
Well, it seems, sir, that the merchant is the one who has the right to set his price, does he not?
Well, I mean, everything has a price. Why wouldn't, why can't he just, sell it at a cheaper price? It's just one bottle.
But 1/10 of the price isn't a cheaper price, that's an undercut, don't you think? You're welcome to do business with anybody else here. Exactly. But whatever their price is their price. You have no right to tell them they should make it lower.
Well, this is ridiculous. And then that's when you see, Baird come over, and he's got like three steins of beer in each hand, and he just shoves 3 of them into your guys' chests.
Tom takes it and chugs it.
Well, he makes sure that you have yours, because yours is a different color than everyone else's. You've come to realize that yours doesn't have as many bubbles, but it tastes a lot better, so you know which cup is yours.
Tom takes it and immediately starts chugging.
And then he hands the other 2 beer mugs off to you, and then takes one of the beers, hands it up to Lai, and then passes another one off to the nobleman, and he starts drinking out of his and goes, "Beer makes everything better."
Ah!
I'll
Tom
take,
agrees wholeheartedly.
I'll take a sip.
And as you guys start drinking, the nobleman, like, slowly, like, suspiciously grabs it and like, daintily...
Right when he puts it to his lips, I grab the bottom of it and tip it so he takes a piece and go bucket. Just drink, sir. It's fine.
Okay, roll a dexterity check.
You just slap the mug out.
15.
16?
Yeah.
Just go in there.
So he starts to sip, and then your big ass hand is extremely apparent in his vision as you go to push it, and then you just push the air as you were going to try and lift up his mug. It's like, I do say, can't a man just enjoy a beverage in peace?
That's not how drink beer, and then Tom chugs it.
Yeah, take a drink like a man and maybe I'll let you. Instead of I take a gulp.
Fine, I shall. And then you see him and he starts trying, and he starts trying. And he goes and he goes, but then he and like some of it spills out. It's like,
We all start cheering.
ah,
Yay!
you know what? You guys are so bad. I'm gonna go lay down. I need Tom and probably, because who was the one who originally set up the deal with Baird and Tom? Was that Nico? Okay, Nico,
Yeah.
roll a perception check, and Tom, you roll a perception check. And Tom, you do it with advantage because you know this intimately well.
Oh, well, what if, so I got a 16. So 16 for a roll, and 3, so
So
16.
Nico, what did you get?
So perception, right? So this is a perception check, right?
Yes.
Perception. So I got an 18.
Okay, so you both notice as he's coughing that this was the same liquor, not beer, that normally is reserved for Tom.
So that's why he got drunk so fast.
So then I go over to Baird and I hand him 5 gold and say thank you for that.
Well, I always say that a little bit of liquid loosens up any problem. But thank you. Thank you kindly, and don't worry too much about it. That one's on the house. And then he walks back to his wagon.
That's awesome.
Another good deed done.
We got a noble.
We're sheriffs of this freaking caravan, man. Kidding. It's like, where are the other guards trying to keep peace with their riders and everybody else? Babysitting the kids.
A lot of the other guards don't seem to care so much, because there's a few of them sporadically throughout, and of course you know that there's some cultists that are also sporadic throughout. But they all seem to, they all seem to just be concerned with their specific person. And now that you've spent some time over at Lai's cart, some of the people were, like, some of the people who were supposed to be Lai's guards were sort of giving the side eye to Nico. It's like maybe they recognize you from somewhere.
Oh. Some of the guards?
I mean, that's what they're supposed to be.
Okay. So, do I notice that they gave me that eye, or?
Yeah, with your previous perception check, yeah, you would notice that they're sort of giving you the side eye, like, I think we know this guy. And you guys, yeah, you both. Well, Tom wasn't there, so he wouldn't know. But Nico, you think that they might not just be regular guards.
So I'm thinking they might be from previous encounters we might have had.
Somewhere along those lines. They don't look as well trained as your little incident, but they definitely don't have one of those positive airs about them.
Gotcha. Well, screw it. I'm a man of action. I walk over and ask, hey guys, how are things going?
He just fine. Like sort of
Just
moves his hand to his blade, just isn't sure what you're doing.
hey, I just came to talk. Curious, I've seen you guys walking around, checking things out. A few days back, actually, probably would have been, a couple weeks now, we had found a body of a man that had visited Barrett's Tavern. I was curious if you guys had noticed anything.
Then he looks over at his partner and they look back at you and like, no, we're pretty heavy sleepers.
Pretty heavy sleepers. Well, I mean, I didn't say it necessarily happened while people were sleeping, though.
Well, I mean, when else is bad things gonna happen? I mean, everyone is awake during the day. If somebody was gonna kill someone, we'd see it.
True, he was a little ways away from the cart, though.
Oh, well, that's probably another problem. This man here hired us, and that's what we're doing, is protecting his stuff, making sure that nobody breaks it or steals it, and that's it.
Alright, well, if you guys notice anything, let me know. The thing that kind of worried me was, looked like he'd been poisoned.
Roll an insight check.
An insight check. Oh, God, here we go.
So at the mention of poison, you notice that his eyes sort of get wide for a quick second, but he quickly corrects, and he's like, that's weird.
Yeah, I thought so too. Anyway, if you guys notice anything, let me know, okay?
Sure, yeah. Have a good one.
Yeah. I go ahead and walk back to the group and let them know what I noticed.
Do you think they're cultists too?
Bad guys. And Tom points to them.
Maybe. We don't know yet.
We don't know. But I'm leaning toward yeah. But I don't know if they're cultists or not.
So,
I can't really get
bad guys.
So we're just gonna have to wash our backs for a while.
Tom looks at you weirdly.
But keep an eye on those guys though. They definitely are. They're more than what they say they are.
Yeah?
Why no attack bad guy?
Wait. Drink your beer.
We don't attack because we don't know for sure. Only bad guys attack when they don't know.
Tom, not bad guy.
That's right. Tom, not bad guy. So no attack yet.
That's right, Tom. Hold on, have another drink. But Tom, I will be the first to join you when we do. Deal?
Are they trees?
We don't know yet. So don't attack.
So as you guys approach the next town, you notice that this person who's wearing just very plain robes, a regular, I mean, he looks like a human male, from what you guys can see. approaches one of the 3 cultist wagons in the front, and although they've been turning away everyone else who has tried to pay for passage, they let this individual on. And
Like into their car?
yeah, and he goes underneath the flaps and gets inside the cart.
Which cart? One of the cultist carts?
Yes, the 3rd one from the front.
Okay.
Ah, you confirmed it. That'd be the one right in front of the one that clings with all the bottles or whatever on it.
You also notice that this short gnome is approaching and hanging out with Baird's tavern, his mobile tavern that he's got, and she seems to be joining your caravan as well.
You don't know. There you go, bro. What's up, what's up? See if you like those scaly wings. Show her your tower staff. Alright.
Oh, they're going at 500,000 miles an hour now.
Tom just caught up.
Well, no, because
No,
you guys were
the
going at like
screen
half
was
a
doing
mile
the
an hour.
shaky thing again, and that's why he was laughing.
Oh, not over the power staff? Are
No.
you sure?
Yeah, I'm just because they broke the speed of sound with how fast their head turned. It was so funny.
Maybe they're possessed.
Who
They're
knows?
Possessed by technology. Yeah.
As you guys are going, you do notice that those same individuals that you talked to have moved throughout the caravan and are talking to the other groups that you've identified as the cultist wagons.
Huh.
And they, you're pretty sure they know who you are now. They don't seem to be doing anything, but they are passing the word amongst their guys that you are here.
We're gonna have to start taking out the cultist caravans. Which one do you want to do fireball first? Well, I'm just thinking. Well, no, we've got to get to Neverwinter because if they don't get there, we don't know where to go from them. Like we have to follow them, whatever. Yeah. But at the same time, that doesn't mean the wagon at the back necessarily has to make it. So if they were to suddenly burst into flame in the middle of the night. Oh. You know, I was an accident.
So you guys have noticed that they've noticed you. And
We
you've also
noticed
noticed
us noticing them.
yeah, and you've also seen that there's another person who got onto one of the wagons, and there was this very reserved but very inquisitive gnome female in dark leathers who seems to be asking a lot of questions. At least she seems very talkative to a lot of people.
Huh? Still at the tavern? Or the tavern? Yeah, is she at the tavern? The tavern
Yeah.
wagon?
You guys are currently at one of the standard roadside inns that you are going to stay at for the night, and this is where apparently the meetup point was for these individuals who are joining the caravan.
So Tom's going to like try and drink as much as he possibly can.
Okay. Roll
course.
Constitution saving throw.
I'll be
I
right
swear to
back.
God, if you fail me one more time, I'm sticking you in dice.
Was that female gnome
God damn
in this room we're in?
Yes, and she seems to be pretty talkative to a lot of different people.
So I got a 16 for my Constitution saving throw.
But the one that was hooded doesn't seem to be in the same area. Seems to have stuck with the
Ooh,
wagon.
wait.
Some stuff was brought into
Get a
the other
16.
boat.
I got 17.
Well, he's not drunk. Yes.
Yeah, I got 17 for my Constitution saving throw.
Okay, you're fine. Yeah, you drink like a champ. So, what do you guys want to do? I mean, obviously Tom is drinking.
Well, we're in the tavern. We're in the inn. Yeah, we're in the same inn, so might as well start having conversations with everybody in there. Yeah. I'll walk over and introduce myself to the little known person and say, "Welcome to the caravan."
Oh, why thank you? I've always wanted to travel and experience the world. You know, there's so much to learn and so much information out there that I have to know it all.
Really? So you're a gatherer of information?
Yes. And then she leans in close to you and says, I'm trying to figure out secret plans.
Oh. Well, I lean in real close. Who do you think has secret plans?
Roll a persuasion check.
22.
Oh, gee. She gives you a look and leans in even closer and goes, who are you with?
I'm going to go ahead and whisper the name of the group that was helping us.
Harpers?
Harpers?
Yeah.
Fine. Well, if you're with them, then you should know about me. I'm with the Black Network. We're not...
The Black Net?
Yes, the Black Network. We're not friends with the Harpers, but we're not enemies either. We just have different ideas about what we want, and it seems that the Harpers are more knowledgeable than we thought if they're trying to get you guys on the track of the Cult of the Dragon as well.
Seems so. Is your group looking to help the cult or to stop them?
Well, it would be really bad for business if they were to, raise a demigod. It's not... What we deal in is not always approved of by the local city guards, if you get my drift. And
I understand.
it's just bad for business. So, and there's a bunch of expensive items that have been disappearing, and my employers would love to acquire those.
Didn't eat it fast.
So, enemy of my enemy and all that good stuff.
For now.
Alright. So what items are you looking to reacquire? Maybe we can help.
Well, I mean, anything that can sell for a lot of gold is all I really care about, to be honest.
What does this look like from outside people watching them?
Well, in
Seems
order
like two
to...
people who've been having a conversation, probably.
Yeah, except I think at this point you probably sat down because she's a gnome and she's only 3 foot tall. And so...
Yeah, same to me, so... yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're probably at a table, leaned in, talking at this point.
Yeah, and she's like right next to you, standing because she has to be at face level with you. And she's sort of just leaning on your shoulder and just whispering into your ear. Hey, these guys, you see those ones over there at the back left table? And then she points out the group of cultists that you have noticed. She goes,
Right.
they're carrying around some stuff that, well, if it went missing from their hands, it would be a good boon for me and my kind.
Are you the only one of your group here?
Well, I'm what you call a reconnaissance. We're making sure that we keep an eye on them and we know where things are moving so we know when best to strike.
Gotcha. Well, I can tell you this. If you leave the merchants, the other merchants alone, I can let you know how many of their wagons there are. And if you're willing, after we get to Neverwinter. Yeah, after we get to Neverwinter, if you're willing to hold until we can get to Neverwinter and know where they're going, we can help you deal with their guards.
Roll another persuasion check with advantage because you're offering information.
With disadvantage? With advantage.
Advantage.
Oh, advantage? Thank you for that advantage. That'd be a 25.
I like you, big guy. We'll keep in touch. And then she just sort of walks off with her giant mug, which is a normal sized mug, just looks huge in her fucking hands. And starts walking off to the other. This is a very Frodo-esque. But yeah, so she walks off and starts talking with Bade and a couple of the other people that are sort of drinking with him.
Okay. So she was whispering in my ear. I'm going to gather with my group here, and I'm going to kind of lean in and let them know what I found out, who she is, that kind of stuff.
Bad guy?
No, not a bad guy.
That's good. I'm getting anxious. Friends, Tom.
Tom is getting very anxious.
I thought Tom was drinking.
Tom is drinking, but he's not drunk yet. So he's still
Tom was
anxious.
He's just waiting for another brawl.
Yeah, Tom wants to fight something.
Yeah.
And so he's getting more and more anxious and itchy and wanting to fight.
So, what are you guys doing?
Tom's going to continue to try and get drunk.
Okay, so Tom continues to drink. It's starting to get later into the night.
Who else do we notice in the tavern then?
You see Bade. You see Newhart and his brother. You also see two tables of these people who are isolated. They're probably these are the same people that you see walking next to the suspicious wagons.
What's up, cultist?
Yes. And you also see last Felrow and his gargoyle perched on his shoulders, just sort of sitting there as he's drinking along with everyone else.
I'm gonna walk over and say hi to him and ask him how the journey's treating him so far.
So as you walk over, this gargoyle that looks like a regular fucking stone gargoyle, all the time, but you've seen move, but every time you look at it, it looks dead. It doesn't look like it's alive. And it goes from its position to just, it looks dead at you. And then he goes,
Wow, he's very, very talkative.
He may not speak. I'm wondering if he's mute. Sorry, friend, I hope I don't.
and then he, as soon as you say it, he might be mute and be like, I'll make all the ladies mute after they stop screaming after the night, if you know what I mean. And then he just goes back to drinking.
It's a good one, man. So what are you hauling, if you don't mind me asking?
He just looks up at his gargoyle.
Wow, that's informative.
I don't know if he's taking that long to think, or if that's just the answer. I'm hauling the gargoyle.
That would sell for a lot.
Or I look up at the gargoyle and I say, or are you the one that's in charge?
I have to verify something.
That's...
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
If he is. Right. Maybe not to the top layer. Yeah, that was the real top. We can stretch it on the other side. Back in the water. Yeah, you know, shit.
Doesn't look good. That doesn't look good.
They're possessed again.
So, as you look at the gargoyle, you notice that there is a thin silver chain that is wrapped around its neck and goes down to connect to like a belt loop on Las Felrow's pants. So the gargoyle just looks at you, doesn't move, just continues looking right at you.
Oh, so he's your servant. The gargoyle. Okay, got it.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Alright, well, it's good talking to you. And I go ahead and I just didn't lower my voice enough so that he can hear me, but I let him inform him of the body that we had found, and that it looked like he might have been poisoned, and I just asked if he had seen anything.
Okay, so that's a no. Alright, thank you. Again, very informative.
You know, let me know. We're here to help, alright? Have a good night. Right. That was the weirdest interaction I've ever had. Yeah, the dude with the gargoyle has no personality other than to tell that's what she said, really.
Alright, well, I'm
Do
gonna...
you think we should talk to our guys about the cultist, that whole situation, or should we not?
Probably not.
No? No, yeah, like the guys that hired us, should we let him know about what's going to happen? What, like the known? I think that they ought to know that we're definitely traveling cultists, that they're a part of the group. But they don't really know, but they don't know about that whole situation.
It will probably just scare the crap out of them.
No, we could just let them know, hey, we had pretty good suspicion that we think that there are cultists with us. I would say rather than do the cultists, I think we should go over and let them know at least that we're keeping an eye on those three, because we think that after my interaction with them that they might have had something to do with that man we had found dead, and we just want them to keep an eye out. I think that's a good idea. What do you guys think?
I mean, we can.
Tom's just drinking. He's trying.
It rolled 2 Constitution saving throws.
Okay.
So that's a 21. And that's a 10.
You seem to be okay for now. You're a little tipsy. You feel a little like you've got a little buzz going on. You feel a little bit more relaxed than you did before.
Tom's going to go ask for stronger beer, liquor.
Who do you ask?
The tavern guy, Borm.
You're going to Baird?
Yeah.
You do realize that you're not in his inn right now. You're in somebody else's inn.
Oh. Wait, I thought...
You've been drinking too much already.
Well, then I'm going to go ask the barkeep for anything stronger.
As everybody else is talking.
Yeah, as everyone else is talking.
You see him like wiping out one of the mugs. So what you looking for, big guy?
Stronger beer.
How strong are we talking?
Strong.
Well, I got some of that select wine that came up not too long ago, but it's not cheap.
Tom's going to put down a sack of 50 gold on the table.
Alright. And then you just see him like walk away. He comes back and he's got 2 full bottles of wine. That look dusty. So these things are old as hell and probably very strong. And he just like, get doing business with you, and then grabs the sack and puts it under the counter.
So Tom's going to take them. And then he's going to like...
Has just been created.
So his mug is empty. And so Tom's going to put his mug down, open the top, and then pour and then fill the mug with the select wine.
So there is a very dark, like red-purple liquid that comes out of this. And it smells like if a grape could punch you in the nose.
Tom looks happy. Tom looks pretty happy. And then he's going to take a swig.
Okay, on your first swig, roll a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
Holy crap.
I think we might be carrying Tom back to the bunk after this.
This is one from the
So that's with disadvantage. 11?
You're pretty drunk after that. Like, you're a big man, so you're used to being able to just kill a whole cup at once. You got like halfway through this one, and you're starting to lose your balance.
Tom does not want to waste it. He spent 50 shinies on it. He's not going to waste this, and so he's going to try and kill it.
Okay, this is only your first cup. But by the way, you have 3 full mugs worth in each of these bottles. So you're on your first mug. Go ahead and roll another Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
Alright, so that's 13, so that would be a 21. 21, and another 21. So 21.
Okay, this time yeah, this is good. This is good. It doesn't get any worse. Doesn't get any better, but it doesn't get any worse.
So Tom's
So
going...
you're drunk.
Yeah, Tom is... So Tom's going to put the cap on the bottle.
And you guys see as Tom is starting to get like pink-faced. Nico, Bubba.
Yeah.
You guys, after you're, talking with Las Ferro, you notice that Tom had come back with 2 bottles, and he started to chug one down, and he starts to get all pink-faced and rosy-cheeked, and his skin gets a little flushed, and he seems to be swaying a little bit.
Uh-oh. Tom's getting drunk. Mm-hmm. we might need to get him out of here. So don't talk with folks again. I don't think that's gonna happen. Alright, yeah. I think, so we can save it at least. Yeah, so I'm gonna walk up to Tom, and, how you feeling, big guy?
Good.
Okay. I think it's time for bed, so I'll tell you what. Let me take the bottles from you, so that they don't break, and let's get you to bed. We're gonna have more, and we'll give you more after you've had some sleep.
And there will be more fights tomorrow, probably.
Bottle 50 shiny.
Yeah, 50 shiny. Yeah, you paid 50 shiny for it, and it looks like it was worth it. We'll make sure you get the rest of it.
And then Tom's going to, like, immediately lay face down on the table and try and go to sleep.
I hand the bottle to Bubba, and I attempt to arm over shoulder pick up and carry Tom out of the bar.
That's how, because Tom's carrying a great axe, 4 javelins, and 2 hand axes,
Yeah,
along
go
with
ahead
2
and
shields.
roll an athletics checks for me, as you're trying to manhandle this giant beast of a man.
Yeah, how heavy is the items I'm carrying? Because that's another 12 pounds.
15.
15. So you get him up on your shoulders, and then he's a lot heavier with this dead weight than you were expecting. You're just sort of like holding him there. You can't move. You're sort of stuck holding Tom like this. You might need some help.
I need you to wake up, Tom.
Tom's
I'll help him out.
Tom's gonna
I'll, like,
try and roll over.
I was gonna say I'm like holding his feet or something.
Yeah, 'cause
I'll help
Tom-
him out.
Tom's
Okay,
thinking.
So Vora is trying to help out. He's going to try and start moving. I need you to roll another athletics check. It was going to be with advantage with her help, but since he's twisting and turning, that would be disadvantage, so it's just a straight roll.
Yeah, because Tom's thinking that this bed is a lot less comfortable than he thought.
What?
7.
So you go to lift up his legs, and you do. You ended up lifting up his legs, and that puts even more weight on you, Nico. And then Tom goes, and rolls over, and you all 3 fall onto the ground.
I'm just going to start laughing.
The rest of the bar is laughing too, because you're still inside the tavern.
Alright. So I get up, I grab him up under his arm, you grab him by the feet, and we pick him up and carry him out.
Okay, so roll another athletics check with advantage this time.
I did 19.
With this time, third time's the charm, you guys end up sort of going, and as they're walking, they like are swaying back and forth.
Tom
And
is just out.
yeah, you feel like you're back in those land of fairies, and you just feel this sloshing back and forth, and it's so peaceful, and you two are just get to the fucking.
As we get into his roll, we drop him.
Wait, you're getting. Where are you bringing him?
To his
What
bunk.
is his bed?
Did you guys pay for rooms? Did you want to pay for rooms while you're here?
No, I think we haven't gotten a room yet. What's your plan?
Well, I'm gonna yell at the tavern keeper that we're gonna need some rooms.
Yeah, we're dragging them upstairs. Bubba's grabbing rooms from the innkeep. We're just taking them toward that direction already.
Okay, so Bubba, as you go up to the innkeeper, goes, "Yeah, it's 3 silver each."
Not a problem. Give us 4 rooms. Yeah. We'll see if there's 4 rooms are available.
Yeah, we got a few. That's fine.
Alright, silver. I'll pay you the other half more. Leave it up. Just fall silver? Yeah. Okay, got it.
So you guys end up bringing Tom's peacefully sleeping, half-drunk, giant form into one of the rooms. And as you lay him on the bed, you hear a creak, but it holds.
He's much heavier than he looks.
Yeah, because I'm carrying 4 javelins.
Most of it is you. Most of your weight is you.
Yeah. Because I'm like 240 pounds of just Tom.
Like your pack, I could probably pick up and carry without too much hassle. You with your pack? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are the three of you doing now that you've got Tom situated in his room?
I'm kind of surprised that was able to take him out, so I'm smelling the contents of the bottle, and I barely taste just a tiny bit.
So you smell it, and it, like I said, it's like if grapes could punch you in the nose. And it's like, it assaults your nasal cavities. Like, it's really strong. And when you take a little sip, you can taste a little bit of the little bit of berry and a little bit of grape, and then it starts to like heat up on your tongue at that one spot.
That is strong alcohol stuff. No. Now, quick question. With prestidigitation being able to change the taste of something, this is out of game. Could we make that stuff taste like just regular beer?
You can
Or
make
would it
it
only be as strong and have the effects of that wine?
Well, prestidigitation,
Prestidigitation.
That's just cosmetic stuff, so it wouldn't change the content itself. But
Yeah, it'll just change the flavor.
yeah,
If we change the flavor to not taste as strong, but it's still as potent, so that you could drink more of it thinking, oh, this isn't that bad, but really you're just getting wrecked.
and then slip it to the cultists, and then pick them off one by one.
Tom
once
would
we
get
to
pissed.
Neverwinter.
Tom would get pissed if you took
Not
his
necessarily
bottle that he
because
paid 50 shinies for, and you give it to someone else. But if he wakes up and it's gone,
Like
he
you
is.
would remember after that kind of a pass out. Would you really remember much?
Tom remembers handing the bottles off to Nico and then nothing else.
Okay.
Hold up. You're also assuming we couldn't just buy another bottle from the bartender.
That's true.
Not. I'm a little hurt you think we would steal your liquor, Tom.
So
I'm
very
just
important.
saying, Tom would get pissed if you did.
So I guess, according to the spell, it says you can flavor a non-living material, so technically you could flavor it to taste like regular beer. I mean, it wouldn't change the actual potency or anything like that. And it wouldn't change the viscosity, like there wouldn't be bubbles like there normally would be for beer. But, I mean, it would taste like beer.
Regular wine, not as strong as this wine is, so it didn't set their tongues on fire. Yeah. Like,
Well, it would taste like regular wine, but the actual feelings would still be there, including, the warmness on your tongue, the, hard smell. Like, you're changing the flavor of it.
that's a good point. The smell is so punching in the face, it'd be like, wow. Yeah, we had an idea to screw with the cultists with the wine. But make it where they're like, oh man, this stuff's really good, and they're like just downing it, so then all the cumulative effect of it just hits all at once.
I mean, that is an idea.
Huh?
That's an idea. Nope. You guys haven't really talked to them, and you haven't really seen them drink, so you don't know what they prefer to drink, if anything.
Ooh,
Well,
they
that's a good
might be
point.
one of those
Notice that
sober
they were
types.
sitting at the table. So, well, I was just offering drinks. Seems fine. What if
We
spend
could
it
al-
on the ball?
We could always pretend we want to join them, and that's why we're following them. And,
Yeah, if they know who we are, they're gonna know we're not trying to join them, though.
well, depends on how much they know. But yeah, either way, communication with them is not going to be good. Damn those cultists.
Yeah. I don't know what to do.
Well, we can always rest and see what happens tomorrow.
Could we challenge them to a drinking contest? We'll get regular wine or not even wine, but like water. Make it smell like the same stuff that they've got. I can prestidigitation odors. I can't mask odors, but I can create them. Make it seem like we're drinking the same stuff. Make it look like we're drinking the same stuff. But really, we're good.
Are you talking about cheating in a drinking contest?
Never.
Oh no!
Tom's snoring. Tom's snoring very loudly.
As you guys are having this discussion, you hear a... And Tom is just dead asleep.
Or shaking.
And
I
you
go ahead
are
and
back
put
in
this
fairy
bottle
land.
of biscuit back bundle away.
Okay.
I go ahead and put this bottle in the back bundle away. You want me to?
So you can add that to your inventory.
Main bottle?
2 strong wine bottles.
No, I'm thinking we go down. If we're gonna do this, we go down, we get the bartender to pour cups of the strong wine, and then pour 2 cups of regular wine. I couldn't do water. Well, then we have to make it look like it. You can't prestidigitation color and smell. I think you can only do one or the other. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it was away if I cast another one.
I think it's 2 instantaneous effects.
I can have up to 3. But it's not, it's just effect active at one time. So you can make it look, smell, and taste exactly like the wine they have, even though it's water. Hang on a second. Yeah, I can make it. Let's see. Yep, I can do the color, and I can do an instantaneous of the smell. I can do both of those at the same time.
Well, you can make a color on an object or a surface. So you could like make it to where on the surface of the water it looks like it's the same color.
Right. Or just the outside of the top of the cup will look like they have the same liquid in it, or the outside of the bottle. But clear from the bottle, the outside of the bottle looks like the same stuff. And then when they go to smell it, if they go to smell it, I can instantly make it smell like the same stuff. Okay. We can try it. I don't know if it'll hurt. We're going to phase now. Alright, we're gonna walk back down to the tavern area.
So you can hear this whole discussion, Vora.
I'm gonna follow along, just in case.
Okay.
So we go to the bartender, and I'm going to ask him if he can be more of the strong wine that he sold our friend Tom.
You mean the big guy? Yeah, I get 1 more bottle.
Okay. How many cultists do we see at the table?
There's 6 that you recognize as those that have been walking next to their wagons.
Okay. So, barkeep, do me a favor. Can you set me up with 6 goblets of that strong wine and 2 full of water?
Well, I only got enough for 3 full goblets.
3 will be fine.
Alright. That's 20 gold. I'll be right back.
Because technically, even carrying the goblets, unless you get a tray, it's kind of like, 2 per hand, maybe?
And it depends on how big your hands are.
True.
I could probably carry 3.
So you say 20 gold for the 3 goblets?
Yep.
And then the 2 for the water?
Yeah, and then he gives you the extra 2. He's like, it's just water.
Thank you. So for the 2 for the water, I'm going to use prestidigitation now to make those 2 of the water look like they're... Would these be glass goblets, or are these going to be like... Stone goblets. Like stone kind of goblets?
I would say...
Like where you
closer
from the side, you're just going to see the top?
Yeah, closer to wooden.
Wood, like
Yeah.
wooden goblets? Okay. Right. I'm going to make the surface of the water look like the new one. Okay. Cool. So, we grab the goblet, we walk over to the table, and we say, hey fellas, we've been traveling together for a while. Saw you guys sitting here, doesn't look like you had a drink. We figured we'd buy you around and see if you could outdrink it. What do you say?
No.
Oh, come on, guys. It's just a friendly drink. Nothing crazy. Here. We set the goblets down for him. It's the best one the barkeep's got. I'm gonna pretend like I'm already a little bit hammered already and say, how about for 20 gold? Yeah.
And I'm gonna just stand there kind of glaring a little bit.
Bubba, make a performance check.
Alright. Wait, me or him?
Bubba. He's the one pretending to be drunk.
Oh yeah, Bubba. Where the hell go? Oh, sorry. But he's into me, sir. So we'll go to 15.
15. The one that's closest to you sort of backs away. He thinks you might throw up on him, so he's just sort of giving you some distance. And the one that was...
Because then while he's backing away and go, this one looks like he could take it.
Don't chew your nails.
Freaking no.
The one that was talking to
You have
you
nail clippers.
just looks dead at you, Nico. And it's that like look of recognition where like with his eyes he's saying, I know who you are and I know you know who I am. And he's just leave.
And that's when I look and I smile even bigger and I grab one of the goblets with the wine and I set it right in front of him and go, come on, friend, it's a friendly drink. And I take a sip of mine, like, see? Nothing nefarious.
Do you start laughing out loud?
No,
Okay.
but
No! Pigeons have weird calls.
He just looks you dead in the eye and he scoots it back over toward you.
Hard. So are you guys just afraid to have a drink with a friend?
And then he leans forward and under his breath he says, you'll all be afraid when Tiamat comes. And then he leans back.
And that's when I lean forward, and that's when I lean forward and I say, if we let her. And I just continue to smile.
and my eyes just kind of glow. He said Tiamat.
And they start shuffling outside of the tavern. They're just walking away.
Okay. I'm gonna go to bed now.
But what about 3 goblets of the super strong wine?
Or come back and fill your bottle. Yeah, you take them upstairs and fill the half-empty bottle that you have.
I didn't even have to pay any shinies for it.
Okay, so Nico's. You're going to bed in your room. Tom's in his room.
How loud am I snoring?
You're snoring pretty loud. You're a big son of a bitch.
Also, while I'm in Fairyland, while I'm playing with the fairies, I'm gonna ask for their names.
Mm-hmm.
The first one who comes up to you says, "I am Tipsy, and that one is Law."
Me, Tom.
Yay, Tom!
God.
So do you all go off to your individual rooms that you paid for to go to rest
Here.
for the night?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you needed to hit your long rest button, you don't get a choice. Because in the middle of the night, you all wake up as blades are being sunk into you. I need you all to roll for initiative.
Tom is pissed. Tom is absolutely angry. God damn it. Okay. Alright, that's dumb. That's stupid.
You die are like borderline going to freaking dice jail.
This dice? What the hell?
Do you have any dice left?
I have 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 more d20s.
Well, we know who didn't roll well today.
Have a minute. Uh-huh. There we go.
Why are my rolls so bad?
It's one of those days.
All of my rolls are horrible.
That's how it was for me last session.
No, it's been for like every session where I can't roll higher than a 15. And that is it. And like the
Really?
highest.
You're gonna complain about that as somebody who rolls a 2?
I rolled a 2 for like 4 of my rolls, and that's why all of my dice are in the dice jail.
But I was trying to do some stuff.
Okay, Bubba, what is your initiative? Bubba, what is your
That was
initiative?
the I'm sorry?
Bubba, initiative.
16.
Nico?
17.
Tom?
9.
Vora?
11. I got a 10. So
I got a 5.
Yeah.
I just still got a 9.
Yeah, but people are gonna die. Really bad. What's gonna be fun is when Tom, rages and explodes at the end.
That is a serious possibility. That is a very serious possibility. Oh, if they broke my wine bottles, I will freaking kill all of them. I will follow them into the next life and kill them again.
Okay, so I don't...
But, see those guys over there? They want to outlaw alcohol.
Oh.
You're all in your own individual rooms right now.
I know, I'm just
So I don't have a in setup. So I need to make sure that I'm in the area. Okay, there.
I don't think it's possible for them to like knock me out in one round.
You are unconscious, which means every melee attack is a crit.
Yeah, but they still have to hit.
We probably should have stayed in the same room. Well, we'll know next time.
Yeah, well, if Nico hadn't freaking provoked the enemy, or the cultists.
Hey, it was a friendly drink. Totally.
No.
I was completely drunk.
You said if we let them, when they said you'll all be afraid when Tiamat comes. That is a clear sign that you are going to pose problems in the future. So, they're going to try and take you out now before you can actually cause any problems for them. Any more problems for them.
Got problems for him. That was the whole point of he recognized me and gave me a look of, I know who you are. All I did was basically tell him, I don't care.
Yeah. You should have at least waited for Tom not to be drunk.
Hey, you're the one that was drinking.
Throwing some wine that punches you in the face.
Yeah.
Magical wine that actually punches you in the face. That would be hilarious.
That should be a magical item.
It's wine so strong you.
And punch you in the nose.
There we go. So you're each on your beds.
Two each. Four is in trouble.
I'm always in trouble.
Yeah, but you have two people standing right over you with swords. Because you're a spellcaster. Your main thing is keeping them at distance. You have no distance.
Well, on the flip side, they won't get a flanking bonus.
Yeah. Unless they have pack tactics. Or something.
I doubt we're going to be set on like kobolds in the middle of the night.
Yeah, you guys are a little too strong for kobolds.
Yeah.
You're going to be straight up cultists or assassins.
Well, you're not strong enough for assassins either. If that group of assassins wanted to come back and attack you in the middle of the night, you all would have been dead instantaneously.
Well,
Yes, we wouldn't even been woken to, oh, there's someone trying to stab me. It would have been just, oh, hi Bahamut, how have you been?
Yeah, basically. So, with all of you there, this is room 1. Actually, let me just write that down so I can remember. One, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8.
Why is room 1 in the middle?
1 and 2, 3 and 1, 1, 2, 2. Yeah, that's what it should be. 2, 2. 3, 4. Oh, this is for me to keep track of all the baddies.
Oh.
Okay, so actually I need to swap this around so I
Yeah,
can
it'll work. Uh-huh.
Okay, and then I need to swap out a metal guy. And swap out a metal guy. Okay, there we go. That'll make it easier for me to keep track. Alright, so the Cultist Fanatic 3, number 3, is going to use inflict wounds at
are the doors open?
the doors are shut.
So they close the doors behind them?
Yeah, of course.
Won't matter, because if Tom doesn't go down in the first round, he's going to scream and yell and be pissed.
I'm probably going to
yeah.
break through the wall.
Cultist Fanatic 3 with Nico. So the Fanatics are going to be the metal ones. The regular cultists will be the plastic guys. And he is going to cast Hold Person.
Oh, yes, that is what you figured. Got it.
He is going to try and cast Hold Person on you, Nico. I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw at disadvantage because you're currently asleep.
Okay. Alright, an 8.
So, you were having a peaceful sleep, and then your body just goes rigid, and you can't move. You can look over, and you see 2 figures right next to you.
Great.
The next will be Cult Fanatic 4, who is going to try to do the same thing to Bubba. So Bubba, go ahead and give me a Wisdom saving throw.
Alright. Weird blended. Okay, 21. That's actually 22.
With disadvantage?
Oh, I'm sorry, I had to roll 7 times, right? Okay, 4. Never mind. Yeah, it's 15 for him. His one roll was a 19. Both of us would have been great in our second rolls. Shit.
You as well feel your whole body just go rigid, and you look over, and just like your brother, although you don't know this, you see 2 figures standing next to your bed.
Great.
Fanatic 1 is going to try and do the same thing to Vora. So Vora, Wisdom saving throw
Disadvantage.
with disadvantage.
Okay. Wisdom.
Oh, and they're also going to step back toward the door.
4. What the fuck? I got a
God.
4.
And you are paralyzed as well.
Man, this is going great.
Cultist number 2 is going to stab Tom in his sleep.
So step Tom in his sleep. And wait, what did he get? What did he get? Because if it's lower, if it's 9 or lower, he critically fails.
Well, he definitely didn't get 9 or lower. But he tries to stab you, but you, like, in your drunken sleep, you just roll over
Pull the
And he
stab
stabbed.
into the bed.
Pulls the drunken master.
Alright, next up is Cultist 3. Cultist 3 is going to try and stab Nico. An 18. Nico, 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Alright, and because you're paralyzed, it's an automatic crit.
This is not looking too good.
Yeah.
So 1d6. Cocked. So 4 plus 1, so 8, 9 damage.
Times 2?
No, that's total.
Oh, 9 total? Okay. That's not too bad.
Yeah, he just slashes you with his scimitar. Cultist number 1 is going to try to stab Vora as well. Getting an 18 to hit.
That hits. Bastard.
Dealing 5 damage total. Cultist number 4 is going to attack Bubba. Getting a 14 to hit.
Nope.
So he just is nervous and tries to stab and then completely misses you. And then the last cult fanatic is going to try to hold person Tom. Tom, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
This is. I've already cut. So wisdom saving throw
With disadvantage.
with disadvantage. So basic wisdom saving throw. The highest I can get is a 7.
You only rolled it
s-
once, though.
Yeah, once.
Roll it again.
Again. Oh, I got a 6.
So you wake up to and you're paralyzed, and as you look over, there's these two people.
God damn it, we're all paralyzed. This is fine.
Maybe we should pull guard next time. Especially
Yeah.
when we know there's cultists around.
Yeah, this was
So
someone pulled a
now
Tom.
we are actually in initiative order because that was their surprise round. First up is Cult Fanatic 3.
Bring it, bitch.
Oh, he's gonna.
Alright, and he's going to walk over and try to touch Nico.
Uh-oh. He's touching you.
No.
Getting a 16 to hit.
It does not.
So, as you're frozen there, you see him reach out slowly to you, and as he reaches out slowly to grab you, this gross red purple energy starts going from his fingertips, and he reaches, but then it was just too much and he had to pull back, and he doesn't hit you.
What?
Nico,
Okay.
it is your turn. You are paralyzed. So at the end of your turn, you can make another wisdom saving throw to try and break out.
Okay. Can I use my breath weapon while paralyzed?
You can't move.
Yeah, but all I have to do is open my mouth and breathe fire. I'm not actually moving to do so.
You are effectively incapacitated, so you cannot move or speak.
The petrificus totalis or whatever from Harry Potter. Alright.
So what can a person do? Literally nothing but a saving throw? Okay. Alright, you should lead with that. Because you made it seem like there's options.
I'll roll my thing. It's just standard, right? Not at disadvantage or everything, right?
Yeah, just regular.
14.
14. You just succeed.
Yay!
So in order to succeed, I have to roll a 15 or higher.
Depends on who casts
Can
it.
you have a name on your...
So you're still laying down, all of you. But Nico is no longer paralyzed. Alright, next up is Bubba. You can go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Alright. Oh, 23.
Yeah, you just, oh no! And you just shake it off.
And as a bonus action, I'm mind thrusting at level 3.
Now, you make this throw at the end of your turn.
Oh, at the end. I thought that was an action. Never mind. Basically, with paralyzed, you can't do shit, but I thought that was our action. I was just thinking. I don't know. That's what I need to remember.
Alright, next up is Cult Fanatic 4. So so
Okay.
he's going to go over and he's going to try and touch you as well, Bubba.
Man, everyone's trying to touch everybody.
I don't even know what to say that
With a
wouldn't be
19 to
perverted.
hit.
I can't hear you.
A 19 to hit.
That is.
So he successfully touched you.
Show us on the doll where he touched you.
Okay.
Been fixing there. I know this quick.
Okay, so you take 4, 6, 12, 17 necrotic damage.
Jesus Christ.
What did I think?
17 necrotic damage as his
Okay.
hand glows and he reaches down and you feel this burning searing go through your body.
So don't get touched by the weird man.
And at this moment, Bubba, you have a flashback to a memory of this happening to someone else.
Okay.
Like this light on the hand and then the pain that's being inflicted. You've seen this somewhere before.
Okay.
Now Cult Fanatic 1 is going to go. And he's going to try and touch our Vora over here, who's still paralyzed.
Bastard.
Getting a total of 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And because you're paralyzed, it's a crit.
But you're sitting.
34 necrotic damage.
I'm down.
Oh.
Like, I'm passed out.
Yeah, surprise room.
And the paralyzed condition leaves you as you are now unconscious because he stops concentrating on it. And you are incapacitated. Or that's poisoned.
No, I'm passed out. I'm doing death saving throws.
Oh, yeah, you're unconscious. Alright, after that,
No, sir.
it is Cultist 2 who is going to try and stab Tom again.
Better try harder.
Getting a 21 to hit.
He tried harder and stabbed me. I should not have taunted him.
Getting a 6 damage.
Well, there goes some of my health.
At least it's not 34 damage.
Yeah.
Wait, you have 38 hit points.
Yeah, I already got hit.
Yeah, she already got stabbed.
Oh, you were the only one that did get stabbed.
Yep.
Man, so yeah, this is a horrible
Wait.
situation for you.
You got stabbed before.
4-5.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So just enough. Okay.
Yep.
Alright, Vora, go ahead and make a death saving throw.
I thought you made those.
I got enough to do right now.
Okay. 7.
So that's 1 failure.
Yup.
So Vora has failed her first death saving throw.
Let's fail the death saving throw. We gotta get in there before she has to make a third character. Mm-hmm.
Alright, cultist number 3 is going to try and stab Nico.
Try harder.
Getting a 19 to hit.
Damn it, you tried harder.
Why do you taunt him? Don't taunt the dice. That's a total of 5 damage.
No, you didn't try that hard, I guess.
Alright, and Tom, you can go ahead. Well, are you high enough, Barbarian, to where you can break out of...
I have no clue.
Because I know there's like a specific Barbarian that when you rage, it breaks...
I should have chosen Primal Path. I should have chosen something, because I should have Primal Path. So, the Path of Berserker, Totem Warrior, Ancestral Guardian.
Yeah, you've already picked one of those.
Really?
Yeah, you went with the magic. That's your path. Path of Wild Magic.
Oh, yeah, that one. Magic awareness. Presence until you know.
Yeah, it would be somewhere in Rage.
Rage. Straight. Strength.
Nope, you don't have it yet.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw. You are awake now, so just take
I'm going to rage as well.
You can't. It's not an action.
Well, it's a bonus action, but it doesn't require him to move.
Yeah, it
or
doesn't.
speak.
It doesn't
Oh.
require me to move or speak, so I can still rage.
Yes, you can still rage. So you angrily rage. Go ahead and roll a d8 for me.
7.
Flowers and vines temporarily grow around you until your rage ends. The ground within 15 feet of you is difficult terrain for your enemies.
Ah.
So all these vines and everything grow out like this. So they're basically covering pretty much your whole room.
All right, and then I'm going. To end my turn and do the saving throw.
Okay, wisdom saving throw.
15! I pass!
You succeed!
I succeed! Tom got a higher... Tom... Wise.
Alright, cultist number 1 is going to go... He's going to... Oh, you're down, so he doesn't care about you. 5,
So,
10,
they're
So is
not
he going to
killing?
walk in... What? Yeah, what
15,
happened?
20, 25.
Oh.
And he's going to try and stab you, Tom.
Wait, does difficult terrain move? Do anything?
Well, yeah, that would make it so that would be, instead of 20, it would be 30. But that's still his full movement.
Ah.
Alright, so he's going to try and stab you, Tom. You are raging now, so you will take half damage if he hits. Which he will.
Alright. That's also another reason why I rage.
A total of 3 damage, rounded down to 1.
So I take 1 damage.
Alright, cultist number 4 is going to try to stab our Bubba. Getting a 22 to hit.
So succeeding.
And dealing 2 damage.
Why couldn't I get that? I mean, come on, what the fuck?
It's the dice. I don't control it.
The dice gods are angry at you for some reason.
Yeah, I know, right?
Maybe it's the fact that you have dice jail.
And then Cult Fanatic 2, who's in your room, is going to try and touch you.
Don't touch his nose square.
Oh, getting a 9.
So he critically fails! He is so bad at touching Tom.
His hand just slips off of you, and he's like, ugh. You're sweating in your sleep for some reason. Apparently all that rage just, lubrication. Alright, Cult Fanatic 3 is going to... Oh, he's already used those spell slots. But he's got 1 left. He's going to try and touch you again, Nico.
Stay away from my jump.
Oh no, he's trying to grab your throat.
No.
That's a 14 to hit.
That's a fail.
Alrighty. So that's him. And he's also going to take another step back. Nico, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm standing up and swing at that punk bitch in front of me.
Okay, swing away.
So that'll be a 21.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
If that didn't hit, I would be very concerned.
I'm already concerned.
7.
7. Alright, you carve into him. Ugh! Ugh! He looks badly wounded, but he's not dead.
Don't you have 2 attacks?
Is he bloodied?
Wait, you're a paladin. Do paladins?
I'm not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he got his warlock level.
Yeah, that.
Is he bloodied?
He is definitely bloody.
Okay.
These ones, the ones with the swords don't seem to be very strong. It seems to be more the hooded figures that have been casting spells that might be the big problem.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
Bubba, it is your turn.
Alright. Oh, also during that sequence I yelled, "Guys, get up!"
And you all hear,
I don't-
"Get up!" Except for Vora, because you're unconscious.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
So I'm gonna move. Actually, no, I can't move. Never mind. So I'm just gonna use I'm gonna use Mind Thrust on both of them at a level 3.
Okay? That's a ranged spell attack, correct?
Okay.
I know
What's that?
it's a saving throw, right? It's just a saving throw?
Yeah, it is an intelligence saving throw.
Okay, and who are you targeting?
Both of them. Level 3 I can do 2.
Oh, damn, he's casting level 3 spells. Alright.
Yeah, we got the big thing swinging right now.
Alright, so the regular cultist will be black, the fanatic will be red. Okay. And what is your spell save DC?
I'm gonna go back now. 16.
16. They both fail.
Yes!
Huh.
Yay.
Alright, they're taking 17 damage each.
So
That's psychic damage.
this one screams in agony and then falls to the floor with blood pooling out of his eyes. And this one screams and is holding his head, and it hurts, and he's bloodied, but he's still up. So you are dead.
Alright, I'm gonna move to get behind him. He's up fun.
Okay, so you get up, and then what? You just walk around him?
Yeah, just to get behind him.
Okay.
Get that dude. Yeah, I don't know how badly I messed with him. I don't know if he's going to be able to recover and turn around or not. I mean, if he was like grabbing his head, maybe he didn't see me move.
Alright, so next up is Cult Fanatic 4, which is the one that you just hit. And he's going to turn around and look at you. And he's going to raise out his hand and try and grab you again.
No, no.
Getting a 23 to hit.
That was it! Well, at least it's not an auto crit because we're down or whatever now. Yeah. Should reduce some of it.
With 12 necrotic damage.
Jeez. I'm down to 12.
And that burning sensation goes through your shoulder and through your body just like it did before. Except this time not as bright. Alright. Oh wait, no, 4 is the one that got hit. 17. And then Cult Fanatic 1. He's just going to walk 5, 10, 15, or right here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
So, did they try to take us alive or something? Because that makes no sense. He should be killing the person.
He's just letting you bleed out.
Oh, okay.
They're not gonna mercifully let you die. They're gonna let you suffer and bleed out. They're dicks. All right, and he is going to try and cast. Well, I guess Shield of Faith on his partner right there next to you, Bubba. Shield of Faith. He gets it right. Let's do it. Yeah, okay. So he's got a +2. Got it. Alright. From there, it is cultist number 2. Who's in here with Tom. He's going to attack Tom again, or try to. Buff ass body. Oh, getting a 21 to hit.
Damn it, that hits!
Dealing 7, rounded down to 3.
Still 3 more damage than I would have liked.
Alright, and then Vora, I need you to make another death saving throw, please.
Come on, Vora, you got this.
20, natural.
Natural 20?
Yeah.
You come back up with 1 hit point.
Well, shit.
Ooh.
So you are not unconscious, but you are still prone on the ground.
And she's not paralyzed.
Wow. That wasn't expected.
You just feel this wave of energy, this shadowy energy come back, and it starts to stitch you together a little bit. And you remember, I can't die here. I've got something I have to do. And you just bring yourself back. Tom, it is your turn.
Tom's going to get up.
Okay.
He's pissed. He's going to grab his great axe for free action, and then yell at the top of his lungs, and attack the robed cultist person.
Swing away.
So roll to hit. So that's
mean,
great. So that is a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that just crits.
Ooh, that's...
Go ahead and roll damage.
Ooh. So I double what the dice gets, right? So that's a 27 damage.
So you just scream and you grab your axe, and as you're grabbing it to swing, it's such a tight quarters in here and you're not used to this tight area. You just come up and you carve him up from the outside, or from the inside, just right between his legs, chopping one of those off as you come up, and then you realize, oh, he's already dead.
You pissed Tom off. Okay. Tom has another attack, because he's level 5, so he has 2 attacks. And so, he's dead. This guy's dead.
Yes, this guy's dead.
And then, so he's going to turn and attack the guy holding a bow next to him for the minifigure. Alright. And then he gets an 18 to hit.
That hits.
And that one does 14 damage.
And you carve this one down as well.
Okay. Well.
Alright. Next up is cultist number 1, who just saw you kill both of the people. And he goes, "Ah!" and he swings his scimitar at you. Getting a 16 to hit.
That misses.
So he swings and you just, with the haft of your axe, just block it. Next up is cultist number 4, who is dead.
I pissed Tom off.
Alright, cultist fanatic number 3 is going to go at the top of the round again.
Come on, you fuck bitch.
And he's going to try and touch you again.
Bring it on.
Getting a 15 to hit.
That does not.
So you've seen this comet at you twice already. You just move out of the way so his hand just grabs straight air. Nico, it is your turn.
Alright. So, as a bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and cast Wrathful Smite.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and swing at the cultist fanatic to my right.
Okay, swing away.
Getting a 25 to hit.
That's a crit.
Awesome. So we're also going to go ahead and spend a spell slot and Divine Smite him at the same time.
Okay, so you spent 2 spell slots this round.
Huh?
You spent 2 spell slots this round.
Yeah.
Man, you want him dead.
Right. Yeah, I do. Alright, so keeping track of this, because there's the 2d6 for the great sword, then 1d6 for the psychic damage on the wrathful smite, and then the divine smite, so 9 plus 6, 24 times 2, that'd be 48, plus 4, that'd be 52 damage.
Holy shit.
So you bring your greatsword down on this guy, and just with flame and fury, you slice, and you look back, and he hasn't moved, he hasn't shifted, he's still there, and then he just looks at you, and then white searing flame starts, like this bluish white flame starts engulfing his whole body, and he just turns to ash.
Bye!
Well, you showed up Tom's 27 damage on 1 hit.
That's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And then now I'm just standing and glaring at the other cultist.
Next up is Bubba.
Alright, so that guy that's in the hallway, is my door still closed? I don't see him, right?
No, he opened the door so he could cast Shield of Faith on his buddy.
Okay, oh, how wonderful. So let's go ahead and use Mind Thrust again at level 3.
Oh, Jesus. Alright, so red will be for the purple guy, black will be for the green guy. And they both fail.
Alright, so they're taking, hang on a second, where'd it go? So they're each taking 6 damage. Son of a bitch, that could have gone better. Yeah.
So this one that you had already messed with his mind just screams and falls over. And the other one's just, and holding his head like he's got a headache. Alright, so that was Cultist Fanatic 4 is dead.
Oh, we got 2 guys now.
So, Cultist Fanatic 1
I think. I only got level 2.
is going to walk over to you and try and grab you around the throat. Getting a 13 to hit.
Was that going at Bubba?
Yeah, that was at Bubba.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, because he moved in to try and get you. Okay, Vora, you are at 1 hit point and you are conscious.
Well, I'm gonna stand up.
Okay, that's half your movement.
And then if I go to the edge of the door, who am I gonna see?
5, 10. If you come here with the rest of your movement, you'll be able to see him.
Okay, then I'm gonna chill touch him.
Okay, roll a hit.
Gonna touch him with your ice fingers.
Yes, you made me laugh, so I freaking dropped my die.
Like you still got a higher roll than normal.
Yeah, I know, right? So what's 16 plus 8?
That's a hit.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, roll damage?
Is it a critical? Because 16 plus 8.
Yes, that's a crit.
2d8. Because I'm level
So
5
2d8 and double the damage.
What's a d8? This
That's
is
a d8.
D8.
And then this
And
is
this
also
is
a
a
d8.
D8. 4.
So you do
But
8.
What's that?
You do 8 because it was a critical.
Oh, so 8.
Okay. So you do, and he screams out as this spectral hand grabs him from behind, this shadowy spectral hand, and he looks really fucked up.
You touched him from behind.
Yeah. I touched him. It's what they get for touching me.
Alright, next up is Tom.
Tom's going to attack the guy in front of him.
Okay.
And so he got a 9 to hit.
A 9?
Yeah.
So you swing, he's like, ah! And he just moves out of the way.
Alright, he's going to attack him again.
Okay.
This time he gets a 23 to hit.
That's a hit. And a crit.
So critical hit. And so that's 17 damage.
Yeah. And once again, you curse splat him.
Alright, and then using my movement, so I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and so I can see into both rooms, right?
Yeah.
And then seeing Baba Ganoush, because I'm thinking that Nico can handle himself. And so 25, 30, and so I'm going to stand behind the fanatic.
Okay, so you just crush this one guy and then charge past, almost knocking Vora over as you run out looking for more battle.
So rude.
Alright, that cultist is dead. Cultist number 3 is dead.
Oh, you
Nico, it is your turn.
Alright.
We need to brush him.
This is exactly where Mark wants to be.
Alright, I'm gonna take a swing at the closest in front of me.
Alright, go ahead and swing away.
19.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
12 damage.
And you smash him to pieces.
Excellent. I'm gonna then use my movement to move into the hall and into my brother's room next to Tom.
Like right there, surrounding him?
He is completely surrounded on all sides.
Yes, and while I'm standing there, I'm gonna make the statement, let's interrogate him. And then end my turn.
Okay. Next up is Bubba.
Alright, so hearing that, I'm going to go ahead and cast Mind Thrust on him to incapacitate him at a level 2 spell.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, yeah, I have to roll a saving throw. Oh, that is a fail.
Alright. 4, and so 9.
So once again, you just, he screams and he's holding his head, but he's not dead. He's definitely not doing good. He is bloodied.
Alright, I'm going to stay where I'm at.
Alright. And then, next up is that same cultist, and he just looks at you, Nico, looks back at Tom, looks at Bubba. I'll tell you nothing. And then he slits his own throat.
Tom looks disappointed.
Aww, and I wanted to do my freaking psychic shit.
Tom looks disappointed in not being able to flatten the bad guy.
Can I use my cantrip and bend his throat?
So that he lives.
That's not how mending works.
Yeah. That's not how this works.
Can I try and heal him?
I would say for this, probably not. He was purposely going, like, you guys had already damaged him enough to where he was just barely hanging on. So he just kill-striked himself.
Damn.
Wait. I have cure wounds.
Yeah, you can't cure the dead.
Oh. He was able to do enough to kill himself outright?
Yeah. He is a fanatic.
Yeah, he comes to cut it, but it's like healing instantly. Come on! Meanwhile, I'm capping it every time he does it.
I'm gonna check to make sure my bottles are still in my pack, and none of them are broken.
Roll a percentile die for me.
Ooh. This is getting into extremely dangerous territory. Percentile die.
Yeah, you want to roll high.
Yep. Crap, where's my other... Because this is this one. Where's... this one. 32.
You go back in there, and these vines that have been growing out everywhere that create difficult terrain because they grab onto things have seemingly crushed the glass inside your pack, and it is just liquid everywhere.
Yeah, sorry.
Tom is so angry What can I do? Tom, did his rage wear off?
No, I mean, it will shortly. It only lasts for a minute.
Tom's going to rage again, because he's really pissed.
Okay, roll another d8. Are you marking off your rage uses?
Yep. So I got a 4.
So your axe, once again, feels light and nimble.
I'm just gonna start freaking hacking all of the cultists to tiny pieces. Because I am so angry that they made me break my super strong alcohol. Just freaking
So you guys are all in this. Well, you brothers are in the same room, and you see Tom run out. And as he runs out, you're like, "What the hell?" And you hear a scream of rage, and you just hear this dunk, 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 dunk from his room.
So that first...
Laura, you see this.
Yeah.
Because you can see into his room, and you just see him smashing and chopping these 3 cultists that are on the ground, just constantly chopping them up.
Is there like... Because... Tom pissed. All reason is out the window for him. And is there a body that hasn't been hacked up too badly now, at this point?
I mean, no, because even Vora looks like she's pretty bad.
I'm gonna apply a calming balm to the back of his neck from my healer's kit.
A calming balm.
And what does that do?
You can expend the use to calm a creature's emotions by applying a soothing balm to their neck. If they're an unwilling creature, they must succeed a charisma save against my healer's kit save.
Tom is very
8
unwilling.
plus wisdom modifier plus proficiency bonus for me.
Tom is unwilling.
Okay, so roll a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw. Wasn't
8.
it charisma?
Oh, is it charisma?
Yeah, charisma save.
Okay, charisma saving
So
throw.
charisma saving throw. I don't have a negative.
What's my proficiency bonus?
So I fail.
It should be a +3 now that you're level 5.
I failed that. Yeah, I failed that because I got a 12 or
Let's
11.
see what she rolls. She could roll a 1.
Well,
That's
I think
true.
it's just a DC.
What's the DC?
8 wisdom modifier and proficiency bonus. And you said, what's my proficiency bonus?
3.
3. So that's 11 and wisdom modifier is 0. So what you said, 11.
So it's 11. Wait.
So you try, but Tom just... Ugh!
And
he
then
keeps going.
because he's so angry,
And mark the uses off on your healer.
Yeah.
because he's so angry, Tom's going to try and bust through a wall like Kool-Aid Man style.
Oh, so you're gonna try and like bust through the wall to where the other guy was in the brother's room?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Alright. Strength check. So is this just base strength?
Yes.
12.
So you run and you slam into it, and it doesn't budge.
So they just hear.
Yeah, and you guys on the other side of the room in Bubba's room, you stopped hearing the tunk 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 that was coming off the floorboards, and then all of a sudden you hear a boof as the wall that separates your 2 rooms shakes a little bit.
I walk around and I go in to try to calm him down and be like, Tom, it's okay, we'll get you more food as soon as the inn is open.
Tom is angry. Tom is ridiculously angry.
Okay.
And that's when, from down the stairs, you hear, What is all this racket up there?
I'm gonna come into the room too. We're attack. We've got it handled.
I'm gonna come into the room too and go to the bottle and mend the bottle. And try to collect as much of the liquid as I can.
Okay, so Tom, you're like really upset, and you watch as your little scaly friend walks over to the bottle, sticks his hands out, and they start to glow, and then all of a sudden, the bottle reforms.
Is it full?
No, there's the liquid's still everywhere. And most of your stuff in your pack is covered in...
Wine.
Can I use Mage Hand to scoop up the liquid? No, I can't. Where is it? Shape water.
I'm gonna use shape water to collect the liquid and get it back in the bottle.
I hope it works.
So you can like move the water like left and right, but this isn't some Avatar waterbender shit where you can like bring it all together and then funnel it into a bottle. Like, that's not how that works.
Oh, I didn't make it dumb sheets. And animate it my direction.
Yeah, so you can make it move around, like if you're trying to make little designs on the ground. You're using a cantrip. Cantrips are not very powerful. I will say that you are able to like bring it all into like a puddle, in which you can try and like, you know, have Nico scoop it up and then drop it in, because you're stopping it from going everywhere.
Can I use Mage Hand to scoop it?
I mean, theoretically, yeah, you could do that. And then just like, okay, so we'll say, for the purposes of time, we'll say over the course of about 5 to 10 minutes, Nico and Bubba diligently work on collecting all of your wine and then slowly putting it back into the reformed bottles.
How much is saved?
You have about 3/4 in one bottle and about half in another.
They are now my new favorite people.
Oh, and here I was trying to calm them down. They're the favorite people. I see how it is.
Is there a crack in the wall where I had butted it?
No, but you do have a little trickle of blood, and you take 1 point of damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so can we get some sleep now?
Should we
Well,
post
actually,
a guard?
I want to search the fanatic that attacked me. I want to search him. I want to see if he's got anything on him. Actually, all the fanatics. Whatever, well, and whatever's left of the one that was in common. But I want to search their person, see if they have anything on them, orders, notes, anything like that.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
I'm gonna help.
Sweet.
I'm gonna help
Okay.
search stuff.
With advantage, since Vora's helping you.
18?
So you dig through, well, you start with the mush, and the only thing left there is this small metal pendant in the shape of Bahamut, or not, in the shape of Tiamat, Tiamat's holy symbol. And you go through the other ones, and each one of those fanatics had had one of those metal like symbols of Tiamat. Yeah. And outside of that, the only thing that they had on them were some simple robes and a dagger.
Okay. And was there anything on any of the cultists, the final?
They were all just carrying their leather armor, their standard leather armor, and a scimitar each.
Okay. Alright, so nothing really to other than, there's definitely whiskey in that. I'm gonna take the 4 emblems that they had though.
Why? Give it back.
I'm trying to help you play tug of war.
It back.
Okay, so you can add to your inventory.
tug
You
of war
have
at
4
every side.
emblems of Tiamat.
4 emblems to you.
We gotta go down to the line. I'm feeling good that was all of them.
Yeah, Mark, you're perfect.
Yeah, I mean, we
Ja,
could.
ja, ja.
I'm sure. Do we recognize any of them from the caravan? Like, were these guys that were walking with the one or the other cultist carriage?
You do notice that there is a signet ring mixed amongst, or there is a ring that the mush has in Tom's room that looks exactly like the ring on the person that you talked to downstairs.
Oh, the one that recognized me.
Yes.
Oh, we're gonna have to wear it on him,
So I guess we should get rid of the bodies.
I mean, some of them are mush on the floor.
Alright, you guys work on the ones that are still together. I'm gonna use prestidigitation to try to clean up the mush.
Yeah. I'll start stashing the bodies over into a corner of the room, and then go down and talk to the innkeep and inform them what happened.
Tom's going to gladly help.
And I guess I'm gonna explode them.
Explode them?
Is
What?
that a good idea? Explode the bodies?
No! Explode them? Why would you explode them?
To get rid of the evidence? Just a thought. I mean, they belong to Tiamat. They're all need to be exploded into dust anyway.
Well, I mean, can you control it where you're not going to hurt anybody?
As long as nobody's within 5 feet of them, it should be fine.
That's true, explode them. Make them move. Make them go. But I go down and I talk to the innkeeper and let him know, what had happened, what the noise was that he heard, apologize, and ask him, what I could do to pay for the damages, like what, he would estimate that for.
What damages on that?
And there should be about 6 little explosions for D6 fire damage each on the pile of bodies.
What spell are you using?
Melts minute meteors. So it takes 1 action to cast, and then I get 6 little meteors orbiting around me, and I get to throw them as a bonus action. So I'm just gonna throw them at the bodies, so 6 of them.
Okay, so it's not so much of an explosion as more of like the impact of a bullet. As you're just basically turning these cultists into Swiss cheese.
Well, it explodes. It really does.
Yeah, and they're small explosions that end up like if you shot an incendiary round through someone and it impacted real hard, that's basically the effect that's happening here. There's a lot of shrapnel explosions.
And they should be catching fire, I hope. It's fire damage.
Tom, activate the blender.
Activate the what?
Blender.
Blender.
Oh, the blender.
The innkeep looks at you and goes,
See the blender.
"What the hell are you talking about? There's people starting shit in my bar."
If he comes upstairs, it's...
Alright. We were sleeping in our rooms upstairs when 8, I believe, what we think were members of a cult that believe they can resurrect something called Tiamat attacked us in our sleep. We fought back, we killed them. There may have been some slight damage to two of the rooms. I'd like to pay you for that, but we're cleaning up the bodies now.
Put it back.
Well, I don't know anything about a Tiamat woods, but if you did some damage to the room, you're gonna have to pay for the 10 gold that's gonna take to fix it.
Okay, I'm gonna give you
Wait a
20
minute,
for
wait
the
a
trouble. We don't want to cause you any of that, okay?
Alright, well, don't cause any more ruckus. We got other people trying to sleep.
Well,
So, does the meteor she's firing at the bodies? How loud is that?
no, I informed him of the meteors. I told him that there was going to be some bangs and pops upstairs.
And they're decently loud. Like, they're not, an actual 50 cal loud, but they're pretty heavy impacts, a little bit, like probably about twice as loud as your axe was hitting.
Hmm.
So it's kind of 12 gauge rounds going off.
Yeah, basically, just shotgun rounds.
Yeah. Only
like-
6 of them.
But slugs, not buckshot.
So are there any more of the cultists that are staying in this inn with us that didn't show up, like were part of that party?
I mean, Nico
You
can
know,
make
like,
perception.
or was it just the ones we met at the bar that we just took them all out? Those are the only ones we saw?
From what you recognize, yeah, that doesn't seem to be any other people in this area.
Yeah. So, once we're done cleaning up, I say we get some sleep and in the same room.
At this point, I don't care.
Why not?
Which room has the least amount of bodies? Well, because Vora's room doesn't have any bodies. So how about we
Yeah.
sleep in that room? Because we've got one room.
There is still a little bit of blood stains as some of Vora's own blood has stained the bed.
Yeah, but there's one room that's people, or what used to be people and is now mush.
That
There's-
got cleaned
The
up.
ash.
I cleaned that.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, I was good. I turned mine to ashes.
Well, I would have turned mine to ashes. The problem is I would have set the inn on fire.
Answer the question.
Alright, so you guys are all going to... Are you guys all going into Vora's room for the night?
Yeah, I said we all
Yeah.
woke up in Bora's room for the evening and we called it a night.
Check out the carriage in the morning.
Yeah, well, we'll check the caravan in the morning and see if we notice that maybe one carriage is short of all of its people.
So, you guys go ahead, you can hit your long rest buttons as you complete your long rest for the evening.
And I guess it's a good stopping point.
Yup.
I just noticed my phone has a crack on its screen.
Yeah, with that cult fanatic, I let him celebrate his Independence Day. Independence from his life.
Yeah.
I set up the fire. Same thing.
I was surprised when Tom managed to succeed the wisdom saving throw.
I was
That was
surprised when I got
impressive,
knocked
Tom.
out so
Impressive.
fast.
Well, they touched you and
You were
you
going to be the only one that didn't get paralyzed. So we're going to be like, if Tom's the only one that doesn't get paralyzed out of all this, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah, that rage made it so I took a lot less damage than I would have.
Yeah, you're lucky you can still rage without speaking.
Yeah. If only I would have got one where, like, a creature where I can see within 5 feet of me explodes.
I'm going to get some more. That was fun. I like cutting people in half.
Yeah.
Alright,
With the
and
dust.
you each gain 1,075 experience.
1,075. Holy cow.
Nice.
Alright, so
That
checking.
was a deadly encounter.
Yeah, I noticed.
So just
It's
checking.
not like the station.
Everyone's experience is at 8,087, right?
Correct. Yep.
Alright.
Well, thank you all so much for joining in. I'm glad that you had some fun smushing things. There were some scary moments as Vora was there, but that tenacity of her one sole mission just brought her back from the brink without anybody's help.
That's all for us. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm going to next to Aura because I actually do have mage armor.
There you go.
Now, so that way I can give Vora mage armor.
Yeah, so Bora, we're gonna stick near Bubba so we can give you mage armor to keep you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it lasts for 8 hours and it's not a concentration spell, so I mean it's an amazing spell for any spellcaster.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Alright.
Both got dragons, though.
Well, thank you all so much for joining in, and I will see you next week.
Woohoo!
Happy everybody?
Yep. Bye!
Laters!
America.
Merca!